Most traders know the patterns. Breakouts, gap fills, bounces off the 9 EMA. And yet, most still fail, not from a lack of knowledge. They fail because they're trading without context. Would you drive blindfolded on the freeway? That's what it's like trading without understanding market structure. Are we trending, consolidating, or reversing? Which setups fit today's environment? What levels truly matter and which are just noise? Market context answers all of that. That's why every morning I post a clear market context and game plan. It's the same blueprint I use before every trade. You'll know if we're in expansion or contraction mode, when to trust the open or fade it, whether a gap will run or reverse, where traders are trapped and where price is likely to react. With context, you're not chasing, you're executing. If you want to trade with clarity and conviction, read the daily game plan by 9 a.m. EST on Substack. Join us live on Discord and YouTube. It's not about seeing more setups. It's about knowing which ones matter before the bell rings.
If you're here to flip coins and gamble, click away. If you're here to actually learn how to trade futures with structure, strategy, and real results, then welcome. Because most people don't make it. Not because they are not smart, but because no one ever taught them how to build a foundation. Hello there and welcome. I'm Sean, the founder of Smart Traders Capital, and truly glad you're here. You have taken the first step into one of the most misunderstood profession is day trading. We believe trading is more than pushing buttons and chasing green candles. It's a craft, a discipline, a journey. Let me be real with you. This world is filled with noise. You've probably seen screenshots, the Lambos, the flashy wins on social medias, but they don't show you is the work, the structure, the thousands of mistakes behind every win. Yes, you can make money in trading and change your life, but only if you're willing to go slow and right. Yes, read it again. Slow and right. Most people who enter this game rush in like it's casino. They'll click buy or sell. They're placing a bet, hoping the market move in their favor. Sometime it does, and that random win feels like a magic. But randomness is not the strategy, and without the structure, you will lose more than you win. The market is like a 24/7 live stream. It's always moving, full of actions, suspense, drama, just like your favorite Netflix series. But don't get lost in the entertainment. Every trade you take must have a reason, a plan, a risk management. You can live with it, but you're not here to binge with price. You're here to learn how to navigate it with the clarity. Let me tell you the hard truth. Every trade you take has a 50% chance of winning and 50% chance of losing. But trading isn't about coin flips. It's about stacking the odds in your favor through preparation, through risk controls, through execution and reflection. One good trade won't make you rich. One bad trade without discipline can wipe out weeks of progress. Weeks of progress. This journey will challenge you. Some days you will powerful, other days defeated. But if you're willing to take it slow, if you are ready to unlearn bad habits and build the right habits, then you are here in the right place. We are not here to sell dreams. We're here to teach reality through structured sessions, real market examples. And a community that actually supports you will show you how to approach training like a professional. If this resonates with you, then here is the next step. This video is part of 5-part beginner series to help you start trading futures. Right away, we are going to talk the real strategies, risk controls, journaling, market prep, everything I wish someone gave me when I started. So this message resonates with you, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell icon on, and watch for the episode number 2, how to prep for the trading day, dropping soon.
Good morning, traders. How you guys doing? Can you hear me?
What today is going to be the interesting day. The way the market is opening it up, and I'm really looking forward to see that if we can find this continuation of downside move today. So we clearly see that the market has come a lot down, and I'm gonna put the we're gonna analyze. Just gonna in a few minutes we're gonna start the pre-market analysis. How was your weekend, guys? Good morning, Hydroice. How was your weekend? Market has come down a lot, but has a lot of potential to come further down. And so, if guys, if you have not yet registered for the free workshop and the webinar I'm going to conduct on the system, uh, uh, how you can use information and build your own system. If you have not yet registered, please come and register. It's gonna be real like eye opener for you guys that how you can build your own system, because system is the thing which is going to protect you from yourself. Nothing else can protect you other than the system. So I'm gonna do the free webinar. So register if you have not yet registered. Good morning, Stephen. So if you look at it here, we had a beautiful gap up day on the Sunday evening when the market opened. It went from 6450 to 6456, and then after a few hours, it started. It basically closed exactly like here, and then this morning after the calendar day change, the market started coming down. So it almost closed the gap. So if you look at it, the Friday session ended on 64.31. We went all the way 64.56. Right now, we are still weak. You can see that there is no green candle at all because there was a big gap up, right? And the market is already exhausted. So now I have a couple of scenarios in my mind which I wanted to play, but we need to be careful in playing in a sense that um, we do not need to get chopped into the early session, because today could be a little bit noise, and then maybe the actual reversal comes in. So we need to be very carefully see how the price action unfolds. A very steep, if you can look at the if you can look at here, a steep downside move, right? A very steep downside move. uh, that really shows that market has a weakness. No buyer came in on this side, so we know pretty clear that every move up, institutions are taking profit, but they're not adding into the position. So I use EMAs for confirmation idea of my entries. I do not use EMAs to identify ideas. My ideas are come from the price action, uh, the market structure in the context, and then in order for me to get the confirmation of my execution, I use the EMAs. Um, and also, guys, I have uploaded one of our previous paid YouTube session, which we have conducted last week. If you guys have not checked it out, I would. Sorry, can you can you guys hear me? I think I lost the force restart happened onto my system. Can you guys still hear me? If you are still there, just put something on the YouTube message so that I can see. Wait, wait, wait. I don't know what happens. Suddenly, I get a force restart onto the system. Uh, all right, let me just fix it. Can you just check the YouTube that you guys can hear me? Okay. I'm gonna fix this. Okay, so I think it's gonna be fine. Let me see if the you. Yeah, all right, it's fine. So YouTube can hear me. Okay. So what I'm just saying that I was talking about the YouTube webinar. I want you to go and look at the webinar I posted. It's an hour long. It's gonna help you to be more consistently profitable. This is a paid strategy class which we take every week. Uh, I just posted for you guys so you can see and feel about
uh, about the content. So let me just share you on my channel where you can find. Uh, so yeah, so if you see my screen, so you go to the my channel and then you go to the strategy guide and lessons, and then you can go and look at why choppy days trigger overtrading. Uh, and then you can see it's an hour long session, but it's really helpful. I believe go and check that. You can enjoy that. And I will also encourage you to subscribe for the next free workshop coming up on August 9th. If you have not yet done, I'm gonna push the yeah, you can see on the screen as well. All right, okay. All right. So let's look at the market. Morning, Vivek, and everyone. We saw that the Friday was. I think I also posted that consecutive closing uh, every breakout. So if you look at the market made the five new all-time highs every week. So this is the first week where market made the new high, then the subsequent week, then subsequent week, then subsequent week, then subsequent week. So these all highs, I think it was once in 40 years or 50 years, something like that happened, based on the stats that where market made five consecutive weeks the new high. So market was extremely strong. So you can see the price action was slow as well. It just really means that a lot of profit taking happening, but not necessarily means that the institutions are adding into it. So now, if we see today, this Sunday evening, you can see market gapped up, continuously move back up, and then up to 2 o'clock, we got exhaustion, and then we got the sell off. So what does really mean that for us now? So we know the market opened with a really big gap up. Market has almost closed, more than more than 90% of the gap has been closed. Right, market came all the way 6,433. We know this was 6,400. This was for 6,433. So what we really need to see that can the market break the Friday high, right? That could be a very important area for the market to react. So what I'm just saying here, let me just pick up my pen so we can make some levels and identify what we need to do here. Okay, I got the pen here. Oh man, I thought you can hear me. Vivek, can you hear me now? All right, perfect. All right, so has gapped up a lot, and we can see here clearly that's there's a Sunday evening price action. It continued to move back up around 2:30 before the London session opened. We found the exhaustion, right? And then after the exhaustion, we saw the whole London session is sell off. There was no green candle on the 30 minutes. So you can see here, like here, after 12 p.m. in the Friday session, we have all green candles until the 3 o'clock consolidation. So now, what I'm feeling that the key level would be that can we drop below 64.32? If we cannot drop below 64.32, then essentially our range will be very clear. Okay, our range will be this. This will be our range to navigate, and likely we're going to see an upside move if we cannot hold below that. So real test would comes in, and I've just marked the levels, which is the Friday high, and can it break the Friday under the Friday close? If we cannot close that, so we need to stick around. This would be the key range for us. And if we drop below that, right, this will be at the zone where we need to see some consolidation, right? Some spikes, and then we need to see that what how price reacts. Could be possible that we can see, couple of days a momentum, another momentum on the upside, it go retest 6,450, and then we have this week is really important. Okay, this week is really important in the sense that, let me just open the calendar. Let me just bring it here on your screen so we can see. I just wanted to filter. Okay, let's look at first the Finviz, and then we're gonna go to the forest factory in more detail. So if you look at the key ones, what we have here, we can clearly see that the Tuesday we have retail inventories, jolt opening, then we have the GDP information, that whether GDP accelerating or not. Then we have a 2 p.m. FOMC decision. We know that the a lot of pressure on the president here, from the president to the Fed chair. Then we have a PCE income data. We have a non-farm roll, and then the new month as well. So this week is really tied up with a lot of data, and market can easily continue the momentum and then suddenly fails, and we need to be get ready for both of them. And if the failure comes in, mark my word, if the failure comes in, right, we should not be looking to buy the dips. Okay, we do not need to be looking for the buying the dips here, if the continuation, if the sell-off started. So, and I will guide you through that. So yeah, I'm just trying to put the filter on and see that do we any speaker speaking today. Let's look at the, this is a forest factory, so we can see that if somebody is speaking here, there's none today. Then Tuesday we have the same thing what we saw on the Finviz, payroll, then AMC FOMC thing, um, then Chicago PMI. Yeah, I think there's no speakers this week, but it's a lot of data. So it's going to be very crucial this week, uh, that how market reacts. But I need to be cautious today because today is the first day after the weekend, after the gap up. I need to be really careful, given this sell-off happened already, and this is the low of that candle. We need to see that can can the market go back up on this range. If it cannot reclaim 64 45 40, it does really mean that it's going to go below. Yes, could be one scenario, it could go yes, but in order to see a big move coming down all the way to 6390, we want to get rid of, we need to get, come out from this. First profit target would be 6400 if that happens. So uh, in a nutshell, scenario number one, and I will draw the line so that we have the level in place as well. I'm going to see, this is the, for me, this is going to be this line in the sand. If ES stay within this range, I would not trade any trade. I would like to see either ES reclaim here and then move back up, or drop here, retest, and come back down here. So I will be looking either downside and upside when this narrow range is gonna break. So this range, I'm not gonna trade. So which is basically almost 8-10 points range. I want this to clearly see that where market wants to make the direction. Is it clear, guys? And just to remember, guys, just to give you a heads up, so I have to take some urgent calls. So I'm gonna step out close to 10:25. Usually we end the stream at 10:30, but I'm gonna step out close to 10:25. Um, but I'm really looking forward to today's afternoon session to see if the morning session is really good and give us the one side move on the downside. That I'm interested in coming down as well. So I'm gonna see if I can come back and if we can do some live trading in the afternoon as well. I'm gonna ping you if you're not part of the Discord. Come on the Discord. So then, and it's free to join the Discord. So once you come to the Discord, and if I message you guys, you can go those messages, right? Um, so let's see how this first session comes in. We might gonna see a big downside move of the continuation, right? But if it's moving up, then I might not be interested. But if it comes down, then I might be interested to take the downside move. Uh, um, so I'm gonna. So today I'm gonna end the stream close to 10:25. Morning, Waldemar. How you doing? Very good. Okay. So just keep an eye. Today could be a very important day. Um, so see, on those days, how would you trade? Okay, so I'm not sure whether you guys are on the evaluation account or the evaluation account is passed and are you in performance account or you trading your own money here. But I'll give you some guidance once you tell me that what kind of accounts you are trading, and then I can guide you uh, that how you should be trading this. Okay, so you are locked with the 20% consistency. So you will trade exactly the way you always trade. So if you for you is not going to be issue. So is which one you're using? The user using the same one which we have you bought or is a okay good. So how far it is close to payout? Okay, perfect. So Hydra is the funded accounts for TPT means that you already passed the evaluation. No, not now. I'm just looking at the charts. All right, so look at the C's week. It's not even able to claim, but as I identified, as I mentioned, that this range 6433 and 6443, basically 10 points range. If ES stay within this range, we should not be trading it. We really wanted to see either ES need to claim this range or needs to come down below this range. Okay, perfect. So for you this is good, right? So Hydra is if you are in the funded account, making sure making sure that you go small size on the first trades, okay? But you can easily because there is you can let this trade run a little longer, And once you be successful, I can tell you that, okay, if the trades start working in a direction, then I can tell you that, okay, you can add into your trades. So you can get the better return, because there might possibility that the first move, for instance, is breaking out, breaking down. You basically, we went, we go short, and then after going just a little bit, and then it squeezes you back up, right? So, so so just to understand, because today there is a big range there, right? And the range can expand further as we go closer to the market. So it's 902. So right now we almost have almost 25, 30 points range already created, and it's not, smaller consolidation. We can clearly see that up and down both side move. So market can move very aggressively in very few minutes in either direction. So making sure that you go smaller size with the room to make mistake, and then you can add later. But if you go full size in your first few trades and you stop out, and the momentum and the direction comes in after 30 minutes or after the first session, then you're gonna be regret, because you already have blew your count by the time. So just be very carefully handle today's day. Is a range, is looks like a small range day, but it's not a big, it's really big range. Easily one candle come back down, move back up and squeeze you out very easily. So now let's look at the NQ is 903. We can look at the NQ, and NQ is no difference. If you can see clearly, it moved exactly at the time before the London session started, and then exhaustion came in and came back down. And if you look at the NQ, NQ has almost, uh, almost like the ES has closed the gap as well. So I'm going to mark these levels, and we're going to see that uh, uh, whether they can reject. So right, see here, this level come in, but I think the 500 could be the psychological level. So we're gonna mark both the levels. So we want to see for NQ, if we wanted to go long, I really wanted to see NQ to move above 23,510, 520. This could be the area where I started considering the long side. But if it failed, just like right now, it failed 520 and coming back down, we should look for the more short side moves as until it closed the gap. Once it's closed the gap, and then we need to see, okay, where market wants to go. Market wants to move back up, or wanted to further continue down, and then we can reevaluate it, and then we can trade accordingly. Okay, so it's another leg coming back down here. It's a complete rejection. Just do that. My Ninja Trader is not updated. Okay, it's updated now. All right. Okay. So it's really moving down. I think we should take the trade somewhere. Yeah, it's going to be like this today. It's really weak right now. I think I was talking, I didn't pay attention. We could have taken that trade. All right, so it's still coming within this range. Let me just put this ES. Okay, so it's still within this range when we talked about it. Hmm? Yeah, yeah, both of them. I think it's really weak, so it's already broke. But the question is that what is next, right? This move is gonna go all the way to the high of the Friday. So Friday high is 23475. That is what its high is. It's a really nice drop, almost 5-7 points drop. So okay, I think I lost this chain of thought. So what I'm saying that today it's also a good day. The way range is created to pass the evaluation. So those firms who are offer the 1 day evaluation, right? So today is a good day to pass those 1 day evaluation. Just like if you look at that Tradeify, so Tradeify has the 1 day evaluation, only $44, where you can go and get it, right? So today is a day where it's a high range days. It's much easier to pass those evaluations in 1 day and get the funded accounts. So if you wanted to use the Tradeify account, you can go, take the what you call the uh, if I just go to see, you go to the the advanced ones, which are much cheaper. Go to the advanced one, take the 100K account. You can use my affiliate code, which is the smart 20, SMART and 2020. So you can use that code, and then get that evaluation, because the way the range is created is going to give you a lot of opportunities where you can pass the evaluation in the 1 day, right? And consider this $49 transaction when you take the advance as a one trade, right? If you take any trade, you're going to have the risk of losing it, right? So don't try um, to take the subpar trade. Okay, you take the right size, assume that your full drawdown is going to be into that trade, and you wanted to make the full amount out of it. If you're going to have that approach, it's much easier. For instance, you buy two advanced account, right? And you couldn't pass one, but the next one you pass it, right? So just take it in the perspective that just consider as a one account, as a one trade, rather than multi trades into one account, just for today. Okay, once you get past evaluation, you just do the normally the way you need to trade. But I'm just talking about the range and evaluation, because then once you have the funded accounts and then you have a lot of consistency requirements and everything, so you cannot do the same thing what I'm talking about the evaluation. So if you want, I can just show you here. For Tradify, you can use this for Smart 20. Okay, so it's dropped. It coming into the same range that we were talking about. Unfortunately, we missed it, so we don't. I don't see the, to join right now. It's a good volume. I'm not interested in even going long here. Buying the dip. Is 15 minutes remaining. So you look at the straight drop, 2 minutes. Still one of further coming further down. It's close to pre-market low. It seems to me that the gap likely we're going to close the gap now. The Tradify I also like the Tradify. Is still the good in a sense that you're gonna get the journaling software within it, so you do not need to go and spend a little bit more money on the journaling. So they have the good journaling software inbuilt. It's gonna help you more regulated if you're using the Tradify. So another attempt to bounce. As I said, I'm not interested in taking the long trades today. If this would be the price action. Guys, really appreciate if you give a thumbs up on our YouTube. Um, really, really appreciate. Okay, so bounce is coming now. As we said, look at these levels. We marked those levels. It breached a little bit and then exactly holds 64.31 and now bouncing. But this bouncing, how far it's gonna go, I don't know. Okay, we will evaluate and then we can trade accordingly. Any one of you got a chance to watch rewatch the last week strategy class? I was able to recover that. right? We are seeing a bounce now. Okay. But as I said, I do not trust this bounce. I wanted to see that what it does here within this range. It's better not to take trade. As I said, this is exactly the way I was explaining to you guys that if the range created and move can easily go into one or two direction very fast. Yeah, we'll evaluate and we'll see that what is need to do, because right now the price action is really weak. Okay, but it can easily manipulate once it closes the gap, and we are very close to the closing the gap. If you can look at it, we're almost the 3 points, 2 points, 3 point away on the ES, and on NQ we are away, almost the maybe 20 points. So just the one candle and then boom, right? Okay, another leg coming down, rejected. Look at the volume. Volume is growing really well. Give me just 1 minute and I'm going to be back. All right. Let's see how does it go. Still watching it. Still very weak price action. Okay, really weak. There's no downside orders. Only 5 to 7 minutes are remaining. So we are very close to the pre-market low and the Friday high. Uh, what we need to see that whether it can hold the Friday high or just breach and go towards the yesterday or the Friday close. Right, the buying coming in. Come on, it's a double bottom, and we need to see how reliable it is. Right, another leg coming back down again. Couldn't bounce well. As I said, that is a weakness here. Here you go, another push down in the market. Trap those who wanted to buy the uh, double bottom. So tempting to take this short, but let's just wait because we have only 4 minutes remaining in the market open. It can do unusual things at this point here, but definitely moving very nicely downside. And if you look at it, it's very close to the Friday close, right? It came all the way to the 6428 level, right? I think 6400 definitely going to come in play. If we get a smaller bounce, it's highly possible that uh, it's gonna bounce to 6440 and then go all the way 6410. Here you go. Hmm? All right, few more seconds remaining. Be very careful. Okay, we're gonna trade. We'll do our best today. Market has a range, nice range. Good luck. All right, let's see what it does. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's give us a spike up. Come on. And just remember that if it's going to straight dump, then I may not be interested in shorting it. But if you're gonna get the bounce and then dump, then we're gonna take it. Okay, so that's good. We're getting this a spike here, what I was looking for. Come on, a little bit more. Right now it is holding the pre-market high. Okay, let's mark that. Okay. Let's see if we can get the bounce close to 64.39, 64.40. You never know the way market is moving right now. It's 1 minute it might gonna close the whole gap. Okay, so 1 minute is finished. Okay, I'm gonna go short here if it's gonna break under the pre-market low. Okay, okay, getting ready. Okay, under 64.75 we can short. See, to 23,475. Okay, I just short. Okay, you can see here. Okay, I'm short here. Let's see. Okay, it's holding it. It's holding the pre-market low. Is not a good sign. Okay, let's see what it does. If it's gonna bounce back up again, I don't mind stopping out and re-entering it here. So far it's holding it. I want this to come under 23,480, and then further down, ES looks still weak, but NQ is little more green candles forming in. Okay, I'm gonna stop out if it's gonna break 23,500, and I'm gonna re-enter it if it's gonna later on. But at this point, is a 30-point stop loss. I don't expect this to break out here. Look at the ES, it's really weak. But I don't like it the way NQ is holding. You can easily spike a little bit on the 23,500 level and then come back down. So okay, it's close to. Okay, I'm gonna re-enter my or re-enter onto my trade. I stop out on my first trade. I'm gonna re-enter once I'm gonna see it's going to breaking down. All right, get ready. Still watching, look at the ES. They both hold the pre-market, right? As we expected, it could be the first false breakdown. But look at the ES, it was really weak. They are into the below the levels what we've identified. My next entry would be below 23,486 if it's going to fail here. I'm going to mark that line so you can see here. That's exactly what I'm looking at, and if it's going to come below that 86. Just going to put the chart onto the 2 minutes so that we have a better view. Okay, watch here. Okay, I wanted to go below 85, 87 or 85. You want to say 80, 85, 87. Few more seconds left. Okay, I'm sure. Okay, right. ES is really weak. If someone wants to take ES, they can take a ES as well. Come on. Okay, good. Let's go. Okay, ES is moving down. Okay, it's moving nicely. Okay. We want NQ to come below that, those moving averages, and then those the pre-market high and low. ES is also bouncing here after retesting the SPY the previous day close, but NQ has a lot of room coming back down. If NQ come under the pre-market low, I'm going to add into my position. Okay, turning red again. So ES broke down, but NQ is unable to have a breakdown yet. And this is, I don't like it. Uh, Basically NQ has refused to go below the Friday high. So that is really not a good sign. Let's see what it does. Uh, if it's gonna continue move up, I will just take the stop again. I don't want to get squeezed. If NQ again turn green and ES both together turning in. Look at the exactly at the Friday high. NQ just stopped immediately, going further down into the Friday high. So let's see what it is. It's just a noise because ES is still weak, still is not able to hold. Okay, let's see what it does. 2 more minutes before this 5 minute candle closes. You see, this spike is not a good spike, put exactly into the area which we were asking that NQ is a support area, right? So if it's gonna come back again and break out, likely we're going to. If ES break out this time together, then we need to be very careful in holding it. I need to stop out again. But so far, good. ES is still weak. We have maybe a 6400 or the close to this area, which could be a good place. Still holding it. Didn't like this candle. Look at the NQ. NQ is really strong. I don't know what happened to NQ suddenly. Okay, still holding it. But NQ is just the trouble index at this point. Look at the ES, it's really weak, but NQ is just keep holding it. Okay, it's breaking 500. Let's see what it does. If it continues to break out this range, I'm just gonna stop out and we will rethink. 502. Okay, this breakout could be still holding it because this over the VWAP is just maybe the noise. Okay, almost 30-point stop loss, very close to that. I'm just gonna. There is also an S4 is that level. That's why I'm holding it to see that if it's gonna. Okay, I'm very close to the stopping out. Okay, I want this to reject this level. Okay, it's rejecting it. Okay. Okay, I added into my position, and if it's gonna go above 23,515, which is the S4, I'm gonna stop out. The full size, I'm gonna stop out. I think that was a bounce. It's a good bounce. Look at the ES. ES is still under the ranges. ES not able to break out at all. It's just a fake move to trap the upside move. Still holding it. I don't like to see that. Look at the 1 minute. If you see the 1 minute here, it came back down as we expected and moving back up again. If it's hold the opening range, I have to stop out because then it could be very bullish here. Let's see how there's 30 seconds remaining to close this minute. Okay, it's coming down. I want this to come below 23,500. If we are wrong, it's mean that NQ cannot break 23,500. Then we are definitely wrong, and NQ is really strong, and NQ might gonna take the market indexes all on the upside. So I'm really hoping the NQ needs to fail here 23,500. That is really a key. Okay, right now 502, 501. Can it break under 500 too? Come on. If it cannot break under 500, then then it's mean that the the market is really strong and wanted to hold these levels. Come on. 23,500. See, he's holding it again, touched and then bounced. That we don't want to see. We don't want to see this, right? We wanted to see the rejection. Come on. Okay, it's rejected happened and ES is under the lows. Come on. Let's see. Come on. Don't do that. Come on, come down. We're close to break even now. Come on. All right, it's moving. Let's see what it does, okay? It's under the lows. Come on. Come on, come on. Oh, see, again, it's bounced. That's what I'm doing. I'm just going to reduce my one contract here because we are very close to break even and I'm going to add back. It bounced exactly at the same level, which has 3 bounces on the 5-minute. That's so bizarre. ES is under the lows, but NQ is a trouble index at this point. It held the 500. Come on, reject 500 again. Come on. Okay. Can it? Come on. CS ES is really under the lows here, but NQ is just holding 23,500, and it can squeeze you very hard. So I just reduced the one I added. It will just help me to improve the uh, break even point. 503. Come on. Can it? Okay, it's coming down now. Come on. Okay, ES is still under the lows. Okay, it's still strong. NQ is still strong. Come on, NQ. Follow ES. All right, come on. Still we are on the good side of trade, but it's just that the NQ is just giving too much trouble and holding 23,500. And look at the ES is on the weaker side. Remember, as I always say, that majority of the time NQ going to mimic what ES is going to do, but there's only the maybe less than 10-15% days where NQ has take everything with it, and and I just don't want it to be that day to day where NQ grab the ES and then move back up. And look at this one, it's holding. ES is rejected. I'm going to reduce further. And I'm going to stop out if it's going to hold. It's already 23,510, and it's just so bizarre price action at this time. ES is really wanted to come down, and the NQ wanted to hold that. Look at ES, look at the NQ. So bad to see this thing having a 2 stop losses close to. I really don't want my 3rd stop loss today. Any NQ looks extremely strong at this point. Okay, I think that I need to pause here stop out, and then we reevaluate what we need to do. The last thing I want is the squeeze here. Okay, I'm gonna stop out. I'm gonna reevaluate later on because these two are going in a two separate direction. I'm just gonna wait more for my last trade. Uh, last setup I want to take it. But I wanted to make sure that look at the NQ. I mean, NQ is no way is a short today. So far, what price action look like? It has to come under the 23,500. It came a couple of times. It held the prior day lows. Look at this. You know, this price action is not bearish at all. Uh, and I think this could be a 10% day today where NQ can take, you know, uh, ES with it. Um, So as remember, I asked you to guys slow down into the first because I was expecting this, rubbish price action in the beginning. Therefore, I was hoping to go bigger today. I wanted to make 5K, 10K day. That's why my regular size is one NQ, but I went for two NQ. That's my base size today, given I see the potential. But both trades, I'm on the wrong side, so I'm almost down close to 3,000. But I can recover easily if I be in the right direction. Uh, NQ rejected again the 2320, which I was expecting, but there's just too much. I don't want to take another risk here. I wanted to see an exact drop. Look at the ES. ES is not even coming, even not able to claim the VWAP, right? But the NQ is just too bad of a price action. Look at this. ES just wanted to come down, and NQ doesn't want to come down. See, Tesla is almost close to 322. Let's look at the NVDA. NVDA is still rolling into the. Just remember, guys, I have to end the stream at the 10:25, and then to take some important calls, and I will be back. If a downside moves comes in, I need to trade in afternoon and join the Discord. So then, if I come online, I will message you guys, or subscribe and put the bell icon on. So then, if I reopen the stream, then you can see. NQ has trapped at least 2-3 times, spiking down and then move back up sharply. Look at the ES. ES is still holding the same place. If we have traded the ES, there's a higher likelihood we shouldn't have any stop losses. And the reason I traded NQ because NQ is little further away from the Friday close, and I was thinking that if ES break below and NQ can come follow, we have a big room for NQ to come back down. But NQ has outsmarted everyone. So you look at it, this one. So just draw this line here with me, and we don't want it to short unless the candle closed below this line. We can't take this yellow trend line I drew. We want the see here, not even a single time the candle closed completely below. So I want the red candle with the full body close below this line, and then I'm gonna short. Until then, no trade. Guys, meantime, we're waiting for it. If you can just go to the bookmap stream, and if you can like and give a thumbs up onto that, that will really, really appreciate it, guys. So I'm not gonna take any more trade unless I see the price action coming exactly coming back down. This price action on the ES, it seems like a consolidation. NQ, look at the complete bullish, exactly recovered the red candle. So I think that is a really strong price action. We do not need to push more trades. Uh, our idea was is to fail and then come back down, but if it doesn't want to come back down, then it just means that it's just going to grind up again. uh, and you can see clearly the divergences between, look at the ES candle, look at the NQ candle, right? So it's really, okay. All right, 10 o'clock, let's see what it does now. Okay, NQ ES is still weak. NQ, I don't know what NQ want to do, man. NQ is just a bizarre price action. Look, another bottoming tail. Look at another bottoming tail. Another. This is still weak. Okay, watch NQ. Could be the 10 o'clock would be the place where NQ completed his buying orders, overnight buying orders, and then start selling it now. But I would just say that if it's just stay above this line, just draw the same line. Um, Even if I step out, it's a draw this line. As far as the price action is above that, just don't take any trade. I'm watching it, the Tesla also pushing up like NQ. So there might be, we wanted to see that the some of the leading stocks that maybe give us a confirmation. Look at the Meta. Meta is still holding it above. Um, Tesla holding it. Nvidia is green. Yeah. So, okay, this is the first candle coming down now after 10 o'clock. Okay, watch out. Let's see what happened here. Okay, watch out how this happens. I wouldn't shy away if the NQ closed below this trend line. I'm going to be shy away to take a short entry here, but not before that. Watch what is going to do. I'm watching myself. Okay, look at seems like a little bearish now. I want the candle to close below this line. I think this could be the magic line here. Okay, 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds before this candle closes. Look at now. Now E is putting all the green candles. So again, didn't close below. Still have the bottoming tail. So I would not be interested. I want the red candle, a strong red close. I'm not gonna enter before that. So Tesla is losing, but now look at now E is starting coming moving back up, and look at this here. See that line? Wasn't this a magic line? It saved us a lot of money. Look at this one. Look at this line. The moment it touched and then bounced back up. Look at the squeeze. Those who have shorted again. Oh god, garbage market one more time. Very strong. Did you guys see on the Discord? Did you guys see this squeeze? See how important the line was. Really crazy, man. Crazy. I know. We all know it's weak. We all know it's weak, but it's just that algo is just ruining our trade. That's it. What are you gonna do, right? So institutions who have sold in the London session, they're buying back now. So it is what it is, right? What we can do. See, that's why it's really important to accept that what see. So we're going to talk about that into our upcoming webinar. But given we are waiting for the trades, I think let's do this learning opportunity. So see, you do not need to trade every move, right? And you do not need to take the revenge here. So see here, we entered in a couple of time it moved into a direction. I was watching the ES 70-80% of the time ES follows, everything follows ES, but that's just a low probability trade where the NQ take the other ES with it, and you need to recognize that. So one trade stop out, second trade stop out. Now the question which I always going to ask you, and we're going to learn more into our free workshop, is what determine your consistency and the profitability in the long run is your action after you stop out, your reaction you stop out. So if you take no pauses, you just keep pushing the buttons, next trade more higher size, average down, holding those trades, those reactions basically put you into the losing trader. So if you just able to manage your reactions, that could help you. And how you can manage those reactions, I think that is a trick, right? So reaction is that you take the trade, you're not allowed to re-enter immediately. Okay, only except the same structure happens again. So you can see here, we entered here, we stopped out and re-entered it because we were very close to it, and then and re-entered it. I added into it, and when I saw that this structure is holding it, I don't think so I need to be short. I just accepted the loss and I moved out. Right now, I'm not taking. Now I'm turning to the observer mode. Now I'm not in rush, because the way I was expecting the market to turn out, the divergence is here, and it doesn't make sense to me. If my mind cannot comprehend what price action is coming in, I do not need to take those trades. You know, for in order to you to be profitable, you only need to find certain profitable patterns which align with your brainwave, your mindset, your logics, and that you're gonna be, it can gonna give you enough money to be consistently profitable trader. So you don't lose on every single day. Basically, you make every trader makes money, uh, you know. But what happened is that when the red day comes in, you basically put everything out. You consume, you take all the losses in just one day. And I think that's what you need to protect. And I think the last video with the session I've shared with everybody, even though it was a paid class, but I shared everybody just to see. If you have not watched the YouTube video, go and watch that. And that's where the session we're talking about it, that the only individual between the consistency and you is yourself. And if you learn to manage your reactions after after you stop out, that's it. That's it. I'm telling you, that's it. You do not need anything else. Yeah, look at now. I think ES is also breaking out on the opening ranges. I mean, looks like, look at the NQ. So as far as it's holding this trend line, I'm not shorting it. And if you look at the NQ, remember this NQ, we have identified those levels on the morning. Look at the NQ is clearly moving back up on the upside. Our second plan was that if NQ can hold this level, then we can go long. So now, for you guys, the plan would be that if E has also started coming back up into this range, which is basically 236443, and NQ stay above this line, you can consider going long in the second half of the day, but not now. Okay, we saw the failure again. Let's see. Let's go back to our 1 minute chart. Okay, here you go. So this trend line just broke, right? So we want this. I just really want this NQ to close below this line. I don't want any spike back again. So I'm gonna wait another 30 seconds, and then I'm just gonna look for the shorts. Okay, watch out. Look at that. I just want a solid red candle close. Okay, it's coming down. Okay, it's breaking down. I just want 2 more seconds. Get ready for shorting, guys. Okay. Okay, I'm getting ready for shorting it. The moment I'm gonna find the right structure, I'm gonna short it. But I don't want this trend line to reclaim. Okay, another 1 minute is over after the red candle. Let's see, it might be the retest of the trend line from the downside. Still holding those levels. Look at this, those levels we identified into the pre-market. They're still holding it. If it's still holding it, there's no short. But if it's the rejection happen here, we can consider close to that. And if it's again bounce back here, then we can just call it a day then. Okay, I see the rejection, but I look at the ES. ES is still holding the. This divergence is killing today. Oh, Tesla is broke out again. Okay, the rejection happened exactly the trend line. If it's gonna fail now here, I'm gonna take the short entry. If you're gonna stop out, it's going to be a 20-point stop loss. Again, it's just the divergence. Look at the ES is breaking out now. Uh, just we already have a 2 red trade. I don't want to take the 3rd red trade. I need a perfect trade. Look at this again, divergences. So not a good idea again. And Tesla is breaking out. So I guess so. Then I guess this is just a trap. Market is going to bounce back another leg up. High of the pre-market and NQ is 23,590. See, we can take the long trade if the NQ stay above 23,500. Um, I just want a short, little undercut. All right, still watching it. Okay, still, so exactly the rejection over the trend line, but ES is still above the opening ranges. I'm just waiting to see the right setup and then we can go. This is a very bullish candle coming in. Look at this, both are very bullish. So I think that today is not a short day at all. The way the all other indexes are moving, we can consider long. If ES gives a little bit more push and NQ break out on this range, we can consider going long here. If if NQ can break out above this trend line. So it's exactly the plan. Look at this, exactly the where we want to hold. NQ has held that line, right? Even if it's consolidated here a little bit, I think that the next leg would be up if it can hold 23,500. If NQ fails 23,500, then it's going to be a short side move. But if NQ holds 23,500, then it's unlikely we're going to see a downside move. Okay, is rejected the trend line, rejected. Okay, okay, let's see that. If it's gonna break under 23,500, I will just consider the short as our original plan is under the trend line still. Okay, so if it stay under 23,500, I'm gonna go short as we have planned. But if it held above, consolidate here, then we can look for the long in the second half of the day. For me, the I'm just going to step out in the 5 minutes, but I think the what idea is that ES need to drop this and NQ need to drop this. If both happen at the same time, we can short. Okay, I'm shorting it. I'm shorting it. I'm gonna go just a one contract, and if it's gonna break down under 23,500, I'm gonna go to add. I see order book map, a lot of bearish. Didn't like it. Again, held the opening range candle. It's just a bizarre price action. Okay, I'm only going to give this 10-point stop loss. If it's going to go above 23.15, I'm gonna stop out. I'm just gonna give it. I'm not gonna give too much room. Okay, so I think there's a couple of rejection on the trend line. It looks really weak. Now, okay, it's turning green now. We are good trade now. Let's see. If it's gonna go below 23,500, I'm gonna add into my position. What's really just for 1 second it turned green and then oh man. Alright, come on. Come, okay. Alright, it's coming now. Getting reality. Okay, I basically added into my position. Just God mercy on me. Here you go. Just God mercy on me. Come on, come on. Come on, further down. It's get all the way to the 475. Is all went all the way to the low of the day. I took some off, but not enough. I need more. Let's see what happens. I mean, this price is really crazy, man. Look at the again bounce. What is it, yeah? What is it? It's just a crazy price action. I almost covered my one first loss or my second loss, but not enough. Not green yet. Let's see what happened. I think this bounce is good, but this look at this bottoming. Look at this. You know, if you watch the 5 minute chart, you know, let's watch 5 minute chart. I'm gonna tell you. Look at this bottoming deals. This is just so crazy. It's just mean that there's still a lot of buyers sitting on this price action. I don't want this to hold. Come on. If it's gonna go again, it's gonna hold 505. I'm gonna stop out into my last contract. It means it's still bullish. Look at the recovery on a 1 minute or 2 minute chart. Look at the recovery. That's really big recovery. I want this to come down, fail here. So if it's holding 500, means that it can push us, squeeze us again. Okay, I'm out. I'm out. Just a small profit. Uh, but it seems like, so now see, like, now we clearly know that the market is in a range over 30 minutes from 23465 to 23525. And I think if it stay within this range, I mean, it's just not to trade. We need to see clearly either breaking down on those ranges or breaking up on those ranges. And I explain to you that if its market stay within those range, it could be choppy like this. One side move coming very strongly on the one side. So not an ideal price action, but we are getting there. I think that soon we're going to see a very good price action. We just need to wait. We just need to not to take enough losses on this choppy market. This when the move comes in that we don't have enough of account. So uh, I'm not sure whether were you able to manage those taking profit. It was really quick. Were you able to take the profit on the last trade? All right, perfect. All right, so see, ES is still weak. NQ, is just bizarre price action. Uh, I'm gonna end the stream because I have to take very urgent call. And what I will do then, if market sell off after I get free, I will jump back and we'll do the restream. Okay, because I still feel that if the ranges breaks under the lows, we can see a very good trading day. Yeah, and then I don't want to miss that day. But at the same time, if it stay within this range, I would just ask everyone to not to take any trade within the range now. Okay, if you're taking the profit, just good. Just avoid this range, which is a really big range. But if you can see clearly, it's moving up and down, right? So we are not biased at any side. But if you're trading it, I just want to consider more on the downside. But if you think after the consolidation and ES is able to claim that and NQ come over 23 520, we can even consider going long as well. Okay, that could be the long day, bullish day, rest of the day. But ES need to turn green and NQ need to go over. All right, thank you, appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.